morning, everybody, and happy Friday, I suppose. I don't think we're going to be having any fun adventures outside today, and it's a very good thing that I mowed yesterday instead of waiting for today. So yeah, raining, kind of a crappy day, but it is Friday. We all know what that means. I obviously have to go to the post office. I have orders for the cinema stick to sort of drop off, and possibly some goodies to pick up for me. And since it is raining, we're going to go somewhere inside today, and it's something I have to do because you guys keep telling me over and over and over again about this item and its existence, so I'm gonna go buy it. But before we do anything today, I need a wiener. Soggy wiener. All right, so we are inside now, and we are at Walmart because once again, there's an item that you guys keep telling me about that I am aware of. So I'm gonna pick it up finally and put all these messages to rest. Or at least that's what I would be doing if this Walmart carried the item I was looking for. All right, on to another Walmart. And seriously, they made another Marine movie? Actually, before we hit up our second Walmart, we are driving right past the post office, so business first. All right, and nothing. That has not happened in a good long while. All right, so we gotta head out to our next Walmart, and hopefully they'll actually have the item I'm looking for. Otherwise, today's video is gonna be very anticlimactic. Okay, on to Walmart number 2. Will this one actually have the movie I'm looking for? It better. So here it is, the movie you guys have been relentlessly contacting me about. Gold Diggers, The Secrets of Bear Mountain. And the reason you guys have been letting me know about this one is because only about 2 weeks ago I came across a VHS copy of this, picked it up for the store because I do already have the movie on Laserdisc, and in that video I did say that the movie was now out of print. It only had ever gotten a DVD-R release, and the DVD-R was now no longer being made, so the movie was completely out of print. That is until this week when it finally got a proper DVD release. So it does figure I pick up a copy of a rare movie for the store only 2 weeks ago, and within those 2 weeks, it gets a DVD release. Why am I not surprised? So again, you guys have been contacting me over and over and over again about this being a Walmart exclusive, so I had to come out here and grab a copy. It's only $8, not a bad deal. I'm grabbing it. Well, I have time for one more stop, and we're driving right past it, so let's check out the Lower Providence Community Library. Now, as you guys know, I've hit pretty big here before, and other times not so much. So will today be one of those great big haul days? I don't know, but shh, we gotta be quiet. All right, not too bad. Picked up a DVD for me and some Blu-rays and some books for the store. But all right, with that, I need to get home, so let's get home and take a look at everything that I picked up. All right, guys, back home, and today was a little bit slim pickings. Not too much going on. I did not grab anything from the post office, nothing there waiting for me. Then I went out to a Walmart and then to a library. Two places I don't normally ever expect very much from, and sure enough, not really much for me to pick up. But that's okay, because if you saw yesterday's video, yesterday's haul made up for any lack of pickups today, and heck, it would make up for any lack of pickups for the next week. It's amazing how much stuff I grabbed yesterday, so I'm okay with that. But I still grabbed some really cool items, nevertheless, for both me and for the store, so let's see what all I grabbed. And as usual, we'll first take a look at what I picked up for the Cinema Stick, the store. All of these coming from the library. So I did grab a few books. I always have to grab these because we have some Christopher Pike and R.L. Stine Goosebumps. I always grab Christopher Pike or R.L. Stine when I come across them because these are actually rather big sellers at the store. I grabbed a few of these like a month or so ago, and they went immediately, and everyone I've grabbed ever since, they've pretty much sold right away. So I always pick these up. These are awesome finds. In fact, these here have actually already sold. These are already going to somebody. And the person who bought these, I made her a really good deal with these. I said she wants these. I'll like bundle them in, and she hasn't gotten back to me yet. So maybe these will be gone too. I'm not sure, but these again have already sold. So awesome, very cool. I definitely had to pick up some awesome books right there. And then I did actually end up picking up two Blu-rays as well. We have the complete first season of Glee, a show I never got into. I think my wife watched this show. I tried watching it, and even though that girl right there is very, very cute, it was not a show that I could get myself into, so not really my thing. Then I picked up G-Force, which I already have a copy of within my own collection, so I'm grabbing these both from the store, and both of these have already sold as well, so these are already gone. It's always nice when I pick stuff up and before I even list it or even record my pickup portion of the video, stuff is already sold. So all of this stuff, everything I grabbed from the store may have already sold. These are gone, and these might also be gone already. So that is pretty amazing. I am okay with that. That is fantastic. But then I did pick up a few things from me as well. The one and only thing I grabbed from... Can I get this stupid sticker off? Let's see. No, it doesn't want to come off. The one only thing I picked up from the library for me was Charmed, the complete third season, brand new, factory sealed. That is great. I have seasons 1 and 2. That's it. That's all I have of Charmed thus far. And now I have 1, 2, and 3. How many seasons of Charmed are there? There's a lot, isn't there? I think I need to get a few more of these seasons now. But still, very cool to at least have season 3 now. One of the seasons I was missing. So awesome, and it's brand new. It's factory sealed. That was a really cool pickup. I can't see how much. Oh, here we go. $39.99. Apparently this was 40 bucks one time, I think, at FYE. So awesome find. Very cool. Yeah, again, brand new, factory sealed. Grab this for $1. That's it. That's all I paid for that. That was just an awesome, awesome find. And then I did go out to Walmart, as you saw, in search of one movie that you guys have been relentlessly telling me about over and over and over again. I must have gotten, seriously, I should compile pictures, like screenshots, if I can find them on me, I will, of screenshots of like every single person who contacted me about this movie coming out, and I appreciate it, guys. I'm not knocking that at all. It's so awesome that you guys know me so well. You guys know if there's something coming out that I'm gonna want, you know it. I think that's so cool that you guys know me that well, and that anytime something like this is released, I get comments. What was that movie? Can't remember now. It was a Walmart exclusive. A lot of it was shot in Disneyland. I bought it. You think I'd remember the name of it? I do not remember the name of that movie. But when that came out, everybody was telling me about that. So like, it's shot in Disneyland. You're gonna want to get this movie. That was really cool. That you guys knew I'd love that. And then of course this movie comes out, and you guys were right on me, telling me that it's out now. And I'm gonna want to grab a copy. And sure enough, I definitely wanted to. And that is Gold Diggers: The Secrets of Bear Mountain. How cool is it that this finally got a proper DVD release? It had only ever been released to DVD-R before this. That was it. Unless you want to get yourself a VHS or a Laserdisc copy. I do have a Laserdisc copy and 2 VHS copies of this on my store. But still, very, very cool. That's awesome. It was actually out of print for a little while because the DVD-R, they had stopped making it. So that is awesome that this finally got a proper DVD release, because this is just a fantastic movie. It is so good. It's, just fun. Was this 90s, right? Yeah, 95. Just fun 90s goodness. I love this film. But yeah, at the same time, it's bittersweet. I was so happy that a great movie like this is finally released to DVD. That is awesome. But at the same time, I have 2 VHS copies at the store now that are essentially worthless. The copy I bought like 2 weeks ago, I was so excited to find because I was like, this is an out of print movie. How cool is it? I found a VHS copy of it that'll be just fantastic for the store. And then it gets announced, hey, look what's coming out. So within like 2 weeks of me picking that up, this came out. But anyway, so very cool nevertheless. I am very happy. I'm not upset. I'm very, very happy that this was finally released to DVD. That is great. I actually ended up paying only $5 for this. I had what is $5, $6, $7, yeah, $3 in Shopkick points, which I usually wait till it gets to like at least $5. But I figured whatever, I can drop the price down to only $5. So yeah, grab this for $5. Not a bad deal at all. Very, very cool. Gold Diggers: The Secret of Bear Mountain. So awesome that again this is finally released to DVD, and I'm gonna have to rewatch this again. It's been a while since I checked out my my Laserdisc copy, but man, I love this movie, so that's awesome. That's fantastic, and I'm throwing stuff around, and there you go, guys. That is everything I picked up today. So like I said, not a huge haul, but definitely some awesome finds. Very excited about picking up, a movie that I absolutely love, and that you guys were just constantly telling me about that came out. And again, that is so cool of you guys, and I do appreciate you telling me that. And getting another season of Charm that I need, and brand new factory seal for $1. What a steal. And again, everything I picked up today for the store is most likely already sold. Again, I still have to find out about the Goosebumps, but that is so cool. I love when I buy stuff that I know is like a guaranteed seller. That is just fantastic. So again, there you go. That is it. That is everything I picked up today. Okay, so before I go, a lot of you guys have been asking me over the last few months, because I've been watching Breaking Bad, been working my way through the entire series. A lot of you have been asking me, am I going to do like a recap of my thoughts on the entire show? And I did tell you guys yes, and I finished up the last episode last night. And all right, I'll quickly give you my thoughts on the series. First off, well, before I do that, let me first say possible spoilers here. So if you don't want to be spoiled at all, because I mean, I'll try not to, but how can I talk about an entire series without spoiling anything? It's probably going to be completely impossible. I'm sure many of you have already seen the entire series, but if you haven't and you don't want to know what's going to happen, see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. So, all right, my thoughts on the series. It was freaking amazing. It was so good. I'm so mad I waited this long to check it out. It's one of those shows where after every single episode, you're like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? What's the next episode? When I first started watching this, I still had my day job, and I had to get up at 6:30 in the morning every morning. I can't tell you how many nights I was up to like 3 a.m. and only got 3.5 hours worth of sleep, if even that, because I just wanted to see what was going to happen next. What was the next episode? It was one of those things you're like, oh, just one more, just one more episode, Mom, please. You just wanted to stay up a little bit longer to see what was going to happen. And yeah, many late nights because of that. So it's amazing to see this character of Walter White go from this character who's kind of a little wussy sort of character, always getting stepped on, kind of pushed aside. His own son kind of sees him as a wuss, and his son really looks up to his brother-in-law, who's a DEA agent, because he kind of sees him as like this badass kind of guy who's always he's taking on the bad guys and putting himself into danger, and he's got all these cool stories, as opposed to his father, who's just a high school chemist teacher. That's what he's doing. So it's great to see the first few episodes, like in the first season and stuff, to see this character who again is kind of getting stepped on and pushed aside, and kind of quiet and shy, and sort of keeps to himself, and he seems very sort of like socially awkward in kind of a way. Rise up then to at the end of the series, where he's essentially like this drug kingpin. He's taken over this drug syndicate, and he's like this insane. He's insane. He's going crazy, and I loved it. It was so good to watch this character progress throughout the entire series. Was it 6 seasons? Progress throughout those seasons from being such a nobody to just this insanely just crazy guy who's he has so much power now. He's so rich and has so much money. It's nuts. I love the idea of this character who is a chemist, and he worked for this big company. He ended up leaving the company because of issues with his friends, and the company ended up going big and is worth like a boatload of money. So he sold out for really cheap. He sold his share of stocks for pretty cheap to get out of the company, and then the company went crazy big, and he lost all this money, and he wasn't too thrilled about that. But he ends up getting diagnosed with cancer, and now he needs money. What's he gonna do? So, long story short, he ends up deciding basically to cook meth because he's a chemist. He knows how to make, like, you know, it's just chemicals. That's how you make meth. It's just mixing chemicals and making them, you know, cooking them right and adding them right and doing whatever you need to do to the chemicals to make them work. And, you know, he can figure all this out. He's a chemist. He's a really good chemist too. And he decides to do that and looks into it and thinks that'd be a viable option and starts making this, like, amazing meth, which, you know, doesn't go down too well with other dealers because he doesn't realize the way the drug industry really works. He doesn't realize there's like territories and stuff like that, and it causes this huge thing, and it's just him getting into trouble just over and over and over again with all these other like drug kingpins. There's these big people who are in charge of these territories, and he gets mixed in with them and involved with them, to eventually get to the point where he's involved with this like huge like drug kingpin. This guy who owns all those chicken stands, who he's like this big, huge, crazy, like drug kingpin, and just the insaneness of him getting involved with that and everything crazy that that goes on there, and him eventually having to bump him off, and this is where Walt really starts to go nuts. He realizes, you know, that he's in danger, his family's in danger, he needs to do something, and he just kind of goes like, he just goes crazy, and in a really kind of cool sort of way, because he kind of goes like, becomes like this badass character. But in doing that, you know, he does go nuts. Like, you're watching this character just slowly kind of go mad, but in a cool kind of interesting sort of way. I mean, not like crazy, like a loony crazy, but crazy like just like I guess power crazy. I guess we'll say. He just thinks he's like this drug lord or whatever. You know, the things he says to his wife, who, you know, and that's another crazy thing too, because his wife ends up finding out about what's going on, and she's not cool with it, but then she decides to kind of get with it, and then she realizes that, wait, this is a really bad idea, because my family, you know, our like infant daughter and our son are now going to be in danger, so maybe this was a really bad idea, and I kind of want nothing to do with this, and now she's kind of roped into it and kind of forced into it, and she can't get out of it. So there's that whole crazy thing going on there between the you know, with the marriage and whatnot, and it's just nuts. And the things he says to her, like I love some of his lines. Like, I want to put some of his lines on my t-shirt. He says such cool things throughout the movie that just make him seem like just amazing. Like, it just cracks me up because it's just the cool stuff he says. So I thought the show was great. The last season, his brother-in-law Hank ends up finding out, you know, putting two and two together, because he's been looking for this Heisenberg, this guy who apparently is like this big drug kingpin, although not until the very end does he become a drug kingpin or whatnot, but they think he is this great big drug kingpin, and sort of ends up becoming one. But they've been trying to hunt him down, like the entire like series. They've been trying to hunt this guy down, who's making this crazy, you know, awesome blue meth that's really taking the area by storm. And you know, not realizing that literally it's his brother-in-law. It's right underneath his nose the entire time, and he ends up putting two and two together the last season, and now, you know, the S has really hit the fan, because now Hank, the DEA agent, now knows his brother-in-law Walt is this guy he's been after all these years, and what's going to happen? You know, how does he go about arresting this guy, and what's he going to do? Because you know, he can't necessarily say like, hey, I'm an idiot, guys. The guy we've been looking for has been right here. The guy I've been obsessing over for all these years has been right here the whole time. You know, how's he going to do that? And of course, Hank, you know, he's always kind of one step ahead, and he has all these ideas on how to kind of keep himself, you know, out of jail and whatnot, and he's doing what he needs to do. And then like, see, here's the part where I don't want to spoil everything. The end, when people start dying off, is pretty crazy. Like, there's characters where I was like, whoa, I did not expect that guy to die, and this to happen, and there's some crazy stuff. And then, of course, at the very end, when Walter, he gets like his revenge on everybody he needs to get revenge on. I like that. It was pretty cool. And yes, big spoiler here. Walt does die at the end from, essentially, at least from what I can gather, I did look this up online. There are different theories on what exactly happened to Walt, but what seems most people think, what I think anyway, is he did die by an accidental, like, self-inflicted gunshot wound, because he sets up this thing where there's this gun that comes out of his trunk and just shoots through this like house that all these bad guys are in, that, you know, he is involved in, who are going to kill him off basically, and who might go after his family. They're horrible people, and, you know, he wants to get his revenge on these people, so he sets up this gun to shoot off, and he ends up getting one of the bullets actually into his side, and he ends up bleeding out essentially. But, you know, he's killed everybody. He killed all the all the people he wanted to get his revenge on, all the bad guys and whatnot. He's freed Jesse, who I can't believe Jesse Pinkman stayed around for the entire series. When he was working with Walt and he was screwing everything up, like the first couple seasons, everything Jesse Pinkman did, in fact, throughout the entire series he kind of did, but he just screwed things up constantly. He was always messing up, whether it was intentional or not, because towards the end of the series, he started to lose his mind, and I mean in an actual crazy way. He was not... All the things he's been through, that he's seen, that he's done, it really started to take a toll on him, and he was not handling that very well. But yeah, he was always messing things up, and I thought for sure after the first, like, season or two, maybe he was going to be off the show. I mean, how long is Walter White really going to put up with this you know, ex-junkie who's always messing things up? And no, he stuck around the entire series, so he ends up getting set free, which is something I would really like to know what happened to his character now that he's free. Like, what happened? Where did he go? What did he do? I would love to see like a Jesse Pinkman sequel, like what's going on now. That'd be really interesting. I don't know. So yeah, so we set him free. The woman who's like running stuff as well, she's kind of like setting up like all these like drug trades and whatnot. He ends up killing her off with the rice and whatnot. It's so awesome to see him get his revenge at the very end. Even though he does die, at least he died by killing off everybody he needed to kill off. They're all gone. They're all dead. His family's safe now. They're probably not, you know, his wife's not going to go to jail and whatnot. It seems like she's going to stay out of prison. She's going to be with her kids and whatnot. So they're going to be okay off doing their thing. And now he is unfortunately gone. I'd say the saddest part of the entire series for me is at the very end, and with somebody who has a kid, at the very end when he shows up at his wife's, the apartment she's now living in, and he wants to see his daughter one last time, and he's there, you know, petting her head and stuff as she sleeps, and he's got like a tear coming down, and I was like, oh. And it's heartbreaking because he knows what's going to happen. He knows that he's probably not going to make, well, he's either not going to make it out of what's about to happen, what's about to go down. He's either going to get killed by the bad guys, or, you know, the cops are going to get him, or, you know, he's got cancer anyway, so he's going to die very soon to begin with. So he knows that he's in this horrible situation that he's pretty much not going to make it out of. No matter what the outcome is, he's not going to last very much longer. He probably knows this is the last time he's ever going to see his daughter, and oh, that really broke my heart because I couldn't imagine, like, looking at Sean, my son, you know, for the last time. That would be, that'd be so hard. I mean, I love that kid so much, and I'm sure, you know, his character loved his daughter too. So, very hard to watch that scene. It was as somebody with a kid, it was very, very heartbreaking. But yeah, so again, just fantastic, amazing, so cool. I loved every bit of the series. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry I spoiled stuff for you there, but yeah, oh, did I mention the gun shot? Yeah, so he sets this thing up where this gun goes off and it shoots through this building and kills everybody inside the building. And did I say that one of the bullets hit him? I forget if I mentioned that or not. So yeah, he does bleed out at the end of the movie, and the cops show up and everything. So okay, I don't remember if I said that or not, but now I did, probably twice. So again, I loved it. It was fantastic. It was amazing. Definitely one to check out. Again, if you haven't watched it yet, I just spoiled it for you, but you had been warned. I did warn you. So see it if you haven't. It's amazing. It's so good. Definitely one of the best like dramas out there. I loved it, and I now see what everybody was talking about, and I cannot wait to get into Better Call Saul. I'm going to start watching that because a lot of you guys say to check that out. It's the prequel with Saul Goodman, so I'm looking forward to checking out his character because I loved his character from the series. He was their lawyer, and he always had all these connections, and he knew a guy who knew a guy to get people out of trouble and to maybe get rid of people and do all these shady things. Very shady lawyer, and I loved his character. I love the fact that his character like stuck around for when he showed up to the very end. That was fantastic. So I can't wait to see his beginnings, like how he started off. It should be fantastic. So I'm going to start that because all you guys have been telling me I gotta watch that next. So I'm going to start that off next. That's my next plan. So again, fantastic, amazing. Check it out if you haven't. If you have seen it, I'm sure you know that it is fantastic. And there are my thoughts on Breaking Bad, my not-so-quick thoughts. We're now like 15 minutes into this little portion of the video, so I'm going to stop talking. It was great. I loved it. Breaking Bad, just amazing. And with that, I'm off to, I don't know, I only have 2 titles to catalog. That's not going to take very long. And should I watch a movie? Or should I start checking out Better Call Saul? I might do that. I now might pop in Better Call Saul. That might be what I'll do. So, yeah, gonna do some cataloging, and then I'm going to check out some Saul Goodman. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get one. And, of course, don't forget to check out Patreon to help support the show, Spreadshirt.com to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, and, of course, Instagram to check out the Cinema Sickness store, where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media, except for probably this stuff, because most of this is pretty much already sold. But there's plenty of other awesome awesome things on there, I assure you. Proceeds do go back into the show, do help out. They're very much appreciated. And links to all that can be found down below in the description of this video. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. I have no idea what tomorrow I planned. Yeah, I think we're going to do something with the family tomorrow. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen on Saturday, but Sunday's going to be pretty awesome. Meeting up with the crew, and we have a really cool, like, giant flea market to go to. So Sunday's going to be an awesome video. I'm very much looking forward to that. So stay tuned. All right, again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Okay, I am one episode in, Tuco just showed up, and I'm hooked.